Hey guys, welcome to the review of the media mod for the GoPro Hero 8. And in all due fashion, I am going to film this video entirely on the GoPro Hero 8. Whether it looks bad or not, we're going for it. So I got the GoPro Hero 8 a couple of weeks ago and was really curious about the media mod. Now, I listened to a bunch of reviews online, the likes and the dislikes, and everyone pretty much had the same conclusion that there wasn't much difference between the mod and the internal microphones already on the GoPro. Well, at least there wasn't enough to make you run out and buy it immediately. I saw other people do reviews on the media mod, the breakdown, take it apart, where it wasn't really a shotgun mic. Let me see if it still says it on the box here. Yep. Right at the top it says a high performance built-in shotgun mic. This top part here, if you point it at yourself and you talk, it has the best sound. You turn it away, it's grabbing sound from the other direction, and you have not so good sound. First is omnidirectional, which picks up sound all around the mic. And I think GoPro is actually an omnidirectional microphone. So this part right here, if you can see where my mouse is, this is actually not really a microphone up against this part here. From the breakdown, there's two pieces right here, left and the right, I believe. And then the computer will basically pull sound from the front or the back side, making it seem like a shotgun mic. So it's kind of more of a trick. And when I do my tap test, you can kind of hear when I tap on this part of the microphone, you really hear it versus tapping on the back or the front. Alright, while we're here, we're going to do a tap test on the media mod. Now currently it is on the back. And I'm going to tap on the back first. Alright, I'm going to tap on the side or the top. And now I'm going to tap on the front. Try it again. Media mod tap test, it is currently set to front. So we'll tap on the back first. Tap on the top. Tap on the front. Media mod tap test to stereo. Tapping on the back, tapping on the top, tapping on the front. So I said before, I purchased this on the second round, I call it. I don't know if this is a different version or it changed it all. Probably it didn't, but they were sold out for a while on GoPro's website and Best Buy and wherever you were looking. Then they all kind of showed up about a week ago. So they're right now on sale on GoPro's website and on bestbuy.com. So maybe I was thinking that if they were going to do some changes, they might have done that, but I don't think that is 100% correct. So today we're going to do some testing. I'll have media mod, the internal microphones, a Saramonic mic here, the Rode Video Micro with my fancy setup here. That is basically this stuff. The stuffing inside of the big cat. I took it off and took it out, put a rubber band around it so it's a smaller form factor. And then a lav mic. I have a very long, look at that cord, lav mic that I use in some of my videos. Alright, now we're with the internal mic. El Natural way with the GoPro. So we'll come back over here and do our spin test, testing, 1 2 1 2, test, and we're testing and we're back around again. Okay, got a little wind going. So of course this is the easiest. Now we know this is probably a very good sound compared to other GoPros. This is a very good sounding GoPro. It's one of the key features of kind of why I bought it. Right, Lulu? Yep, still doing the same thing. Okay, we're gonna run. See if she follows me. lot of wind. A lot of wind on this one. Alright, that's your internal microphones from your GoPro. Alright, now we are filming with the media mod only on the front. Media mod only on the front. And we'll do our spin around test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 and we are back around. So it adds a little bit of thickness to the GoPro. You really can't put it in, well, I put it in my running pocket a lot. So when I go for a run, I have a side pocket on my pants. I can put the GoPro in a very small pocket with nothing on, and it works out great when on a run. In case you want to film something on the run. The media mod, if you had a bigger pocket, obviously it would work, but it's not as small as it used to be. But I think you really only need the media mod when you're doing something specific. Okay, a lot of wind right now. Good wind test. Let's take a run. Come with me. Alright, we are filming currently with the media mod on, Saramonic mic plugged in at standard plus. Testing the surround. Now again, it's the mic's kicked out to the side, so it's not directly on. So as you can see, I'm talking about 2 feet away from the GoPro. I'll keep talking and let it turn. So test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Okay. Hopefully this sounds better. Probably a little more power to it since it's on the plus side, but we shall see. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do a little run with it. Okay, right. Again, Saramonic mic on the side. We are filming in standard, not standard plus, standard. Again, we'll do our 360 sound about 2 feet away from the GoPro. Testing 1, 1, 2. Test, 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 test. 1, 2, 3, 4. Test, 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 test. And we're back around. I am talking directly to it now from about 6 inches away from the side. And now, of course, I'm speaking from the front. We'll run. Let's go. Alright, now we are filming on the Rode Video Micro with standard plus. So it should have a little bit of higher volume. And I'll show you my setup here. I took the foam that was inside of the fluff ball, pulled it out, and I'll show you what I did with it. It looks cleaner. I'm not sure if it helps with the wind more. We'll find out here now. So we'll do our spin test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Testing, 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 testing. We are testing the microphone. All right, back to the front, and we're walking. Wind's picking up a little bit more. This should have the best audio which because you paid the most money for it. So in theory, it should have the better audio. Stop eating mulch. He's always trying to eat mulch. What you got? What you got? She gets a little crazy. She's been cooped up in the house a lot with this coronavirus. Can't go out. We do walks, but not big park runs. And she misses all her dog friends at the dog park. We are now on this plain old standard with the Rode Video Micro. So we'll come over here and do our little test again. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. All right, we're back to the front again, Aaron. We're walking. So, just plain old standard. It should be pretty good. I don't know if the other one was peaking too high. Well, we'll talk about it once we listen to it. And talking from the back side. So don't eat the mulch. You can chew it, just don't eat it. She's all right. Run test. This makes any difference. Standard mic. Hello. How are you doing? Just ate lunch. Now we're back with the lav mic. Average lav mic, nothing special. Use it all the other things before my Sony cameras, and it works fine. So we'll see what this sounds like. It is on standard. So there's no use to do a spin test here because the mic is right here. It's going to sound the same. Got a little wind going on. See what that sounds like. But this should produce, of all of them, the best because the mic is so close to the person that's talking. So when you turn around, nothing's going to change. It's going to be the same, of course. So that is what the lav mic sounds with a standard option. Now, I wouldn't run around with this. I guess you could. Why not, I guess? As long as you don't lose your mic. And that is a horrible run. But we'll switch it over to plus. So now we're in standard plus with the lav mic. And see if that sounds any different. So this is probably the most awkward setup if you're on a GoPro. But if you're doing a sit and talk and this is probably the best to use. Oops, sorry. So it works. But if you're actually going to be using a GoPro, I mean, it all depends on what you want to do. If you're going to walk and talk, and the reason why you bought a GoPro instead of the big camera is because for convenience, and this is not really convenient. The Saramonic will be probably the most convenient, or obviously using them. What should work the best is the medium mod. But we've seen on other reviews that it doesn't work as advertised, you could say. Of course, the lav mic is going to give you the best sound because it's right next to your voice. The Rode Video Micro is going to give you a true shotgun experience where when you talk right in front of it, it gives you the best sound and it kind of blocks out the sound around you. The media mod is going to give you just a little bit better sound than the internal microphones. A little bit, it picks up more sound, good or bad, and it's a little bit clearer. So it comes down to, do you need the media mod for the 3.5mm microphone port and then the HDMI out port? And if so, it's all there. It is a lot better setup than the old way when you had to connect that weird adapter and then trying to find a place to put it. And so this kind of comes out with a hot shoe, everything combined together, which is good. And I think that's why most people are kind of buying it now because, yeah, the microphone's not that great, but it has the ability to add an extra microphone and a hot shoe right then and there, and we're done. All right, internal mic, GoPro. I will keep the volume the same on all tests. Rode Video Micro Standard Plus. Rode Video Micro Standard. Saramonic mic, standard. I'm going to turn the microphone toward the speaker. Saramonic mic, standard plus. Mic standard. Alright guys, this is going to be your test. If you watch long enough, there's always a testing ball, right? So we're going to go A, B, C, and D, and you let me know which one is which. And we'll put the results in the video we'll put the results at the end. So alright, let's get the test going. Alright, this will be considered A. Testing 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. No wind going today, so that shouldn't be an issue. Part of the test, just how it sounds to you. A lot of birds chirping. Okay, that is A. Let me know what you think. Alright guys, we're on Bravo. Bravo. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bravo. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. And back to the front. I'll be quiet. Alright, this is again B. Let me know what you think. And any of the external microphones we plug in, all going to be on plus, because I find the plus being the best audio. I think standard is a little bit too low in the volume level. So, okay, Bravo. Alright, we're on C, Charlie microphone. How does this sound to you? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll move around a little bit. We'll go from the side. Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Walking from the back. Testing, testing, testing. And we're back to the front. This is C. I'll be quiet, let you listen to the birds. Alright, C, let me know what you think. How about C? You ready for the next one? This is D. What do you think of D? D for David. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. We do a turn. Test, 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 test. And we're testing and we're testing. This is D. We'll listen to the birds in the background. And the weed whacker going on. So let me know if you like D. Alright. Alright, this is E as in Edward. E. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3. E. Alright, we'll do a turn. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. And we're back to the front again. E. What do you think of E. Edward? Alright, we'll do a real quick of all of them back to back real quick like that, and then let you play. This will be considered A. Testing 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. We're on Bravo. Bravo. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. C. Charlie. Microphone. How does this sound to you? Testing 1, 2, 3. This is D. What do you think of D? D for David. Testing, testing. E as in Edward. E. Test, test, test. 1, 2, 3.